Hello lovers, welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast hosted by myself, Lauren Amy. This is for those who are ready to take up space, who are living a soft life loudly and are ready to savor the sweetness in each moment. Here we're going to embrace transformation, the beauty of the in-between and the magic of becoming. So pull up a seat and listen in because life is delicious and it's about goddamn time we eat it up. Okay, hello stunners, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome back to the Butterfly Effect podcast. We're having another lie down chat, okay? I'm currently lying down on my bed this time, and I'm just really enjoying being able to have a little lie down in the middle of the day, recording a podcast episode for you all, because life is hard. This summer is kicking my ass. I don't know about you, but I'm just really enjoying having a lovely little lie down, super soothing for my nervous system. I am slightly concerned that my camera that's very suspiciously taped to my ceiling is going to suddenly fall on my face, but we'll work with it. I'm currently 60% confident in it. We'll see. But anyway, we're taking things super steady, okay? I didn't want to do what I did last week, which is where I gave myself the Tuesday afternoon to kind of rest and recuperate, which then meant the podcast was later in the day. Still on the day of release, but just later in the day. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stick to my schedule because the second you let things slip too much is when you really fall out of routine. But like I said, summer is just kind of kicking my ass a little bit. And I'm just doing what I can to find these real moments of real rest. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've had like a 2-hour nap this afternoon. I'm ill. I know that I'm ill, but I'm kind of pretending that I'm not ill for the sake of, I don't know, fake it till you make it, because I'm a busy gal. I can't afford to be ill right now. I've got a launch happening this weekend and I need to keep going. But I don't want this to come across as like that toxic, you gotta push through, you gotta do all the things. No. That's why I've had a 2-hour nap this afternoon, because I'm finding pockets of rest where I can. I'm listening to my body and continuing where I feel like I'm able to. So this is where we're at. This is where this podcast episode is meeting us all at. We're just doing our best, and that's all we can ask for, right? No one knows what the fuck they're doing. I certainly don't know what I'm doing, all right? So everyone is just doing their best. So with that, how are we all doing? And also, don't you think that no one really knows what they're doing, especially when it comes to their own life, their own drama, their own problems? The second someone else comes to you with a problem that has nothing to do with you, you're full of all the advice, full of all the wisdom, all the hype you could offer to that person. But why is it so hard to deliver that hype to ourselves? Why is it so hard to trust in ourselves, to hype ourselves up, to believe in ourselves, right? We so easily dish it out to others, but it's so hard when it's spun back on you. I've really felt that recently. I've been dishing it out, top tier advice everywhere, but for myself, I'm just like, I don't know. Let's fuck around and find out, okay? But actually, that is a beautiful thing in itself, all right? And actually, I gave a little bit of that advice out a couple of days ago. Fuck around and find out, because if you don't know, if you don't try, you will never know. And we've talked a lot recently about, you know, being stuck in the paralysis of a decision and kind of ultimately talking yourself out of a decision, overthinking it and hesitating so much so that nothing happens, nothing gets done, nothing changes. That has been the theme of my life for the past few weeks, and we're slowly finding a way through. And I don't want to talk about it all over again because we've already touched on that topic, okay? So I think what's happening now, we've made some decisions, all right? We've made some changes, all right? And what I'm consciously doing in this revival, in this launch of the new studio, I taught there for the first time yesterday, and it felt so good, but also so confusing at the same time. You know, it's like, I know this is my new home, my new studio, my new base, but at the same time, it feels so unfamiliar to me. Like when I usually go into Verve, I can be on autopilot and be like, right, that's there, and not even have to think about how I'm setting things up. I arrived there yesterday and I'm like, how do I want to do this? And it is basically the same, all right? There's only so many orientations of the mats you can have, all right? So it is basically the same, but it just took me so much longer to get settled in. And then before I know it, my one-to-one arrived, and that went beautiful. She showed up with a lovely little gift for me. That was so, so nice. And then the next thing I knew, my group class arrived, and suddenly I've got 10 people in front of me. And I'm like, okay, right, cool. This is it now. We've been talking about this for weeks. We knew this was going to happen. It's now happened. Let's go. And I'm doing my best to keep this freshness alive, this excitement alive, because it is exciting. Like, this brand new space, and the people are so lovely in that they're getting everything nicely set up for me. They're ordering bits and bobs for me to make sure, like, it's as good as it can be. But like I said last week, I'm feeling the fire, but I'm trying so hard to not let that fire burn me out. And I'm not gonna lie, honey, some days it feels like I'm just hanging in. I'm just hanging in there. I'm plodding along as best as I can. And like I said, finding these little pockets of rest. But it is exciting. It's so exciting. And this freshness is exactly what was needed. But dear God, is it taking a lot out of me at the same time? So slow and steady wins the race, honeys. That is the old adage that we all know so well, okay? We can't sprint ourselves to the end because we'll never enjoy the journey that way. So let's all slow the fuck down. Maybe let's all have a little lie down, shall we? Let's maybe all lie down on our beds together but separately. And let's close our eyes and let's just sink into that cozy mattress, right? You have time. I have so many things on this to-do list that I need to do, right? That I need to get sorted. People that I need to email, people that I need to ring, all right? But you have time. There's just so much pressure to keep up and keep this momentum going. And we all feel it. We all place so much emphasis on having everything figured out, having the house figured out, having the car figured out, having your finances figured out, having your career figured out, having the big 5-year plan, having the big goal, the family plans, etc., right? And do I have a plan right now? I don't know. What is the plan? What is happening? I don't even know if I have a plan. You know, like Phoebe in Friends, where she's like, what is the line where she's like, I don't even have a pla, you know? I don't have a pla. I don't have a pla right now. I'm just letting this little life take me wherever it wishes to go, and fuck me. It's taken me through all the twists and turns. But at the same time, I'm not mad about it either, because I feel like I'm learning so much, right? Because if you don't try, you'll never know. Like I said before, you can overthink yourself out of so many things. You can hesitate so much. You can dither and dilly-dally as much as you wish to, right? But unless you actually take action, unless you make some decisions here and there, you're never gonna know. You're never gonna figure things out. I'm pretty sure my camera is like 5 seconds away from falling. I need to assess this tape situation. Hold up. Okay, that seems a little bit more secure, I guess. It's not exactly straight, but we love DIY. We love the makeshift tripod over here. Okay, I should actually take a photo. Wait. This is so silly. This is ridiculous. Perfect. I'm going to put that on my stories tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, we're just winging it over here. Like, do I have a plan? I guess I have a very vague plan. My plan is to like just steadily get through the rest of August, finding these pockets of rest where I can, building up to September, refreshing things in September, taking a break hopefully in September. But one thing I'm concerned about, I'm concerned that, you know, September, it's like that new year, almost, you know, kids go back to school, so it feels like a new school year for all of us, right? So part of me is concerned that new year mentality will settle in and I'll get wrapped up in it again, and then I'll be back on that hamster wheel when I know deep down I need to get off that hamster wheel. That is one thing that's become so clear to me recently. I need to get off this hamster wheel, and I need to get off this fast moving train, and I need to stop. I need to pause. But, you know, when you're in that phase where you can't necessarily get off just yet, you got to hold on just that little bit longer, then that rest is coming, then that break is coming. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm holding on as best as I can. And maybe that's where you are also at right now. I do feel like this summer has been a lot for a lot of us, you know. The many heat waves have been like enough of a test in themselves, right? They have been relentless, and I'm so fucking pleased now that when I stepped outside this morning, there was this freshness in the air. I think it definitely rained overnight. And literally the other day, I'd got into the car, I was with a friend, and I suddenly saw droplets on the window, and I was like, is that rain? Is that what that looks like? Oh my goodness. So immediately we got out of the car, just stood outside in the rain for a little bit. And honestly, I think that healed me just a little bit. And I'm a summer girly. I'm a summer girly through and through. I thought I was spring, but no, I am a summer girly. I just love the vibrancy, the light, the joy, the time to do things. I love it all. But fuck me. I'm ready for autumn. I'm so ready for autumn. I'm ready for cozy season. I'm ready to get wrapped up in a nice little jumper or cardigan. I'm ready to light some candles. I'm ready to settle in with a cozy movie. I'm ready for hot chocolate season, little marshmallows. Oh, give me autumn. I'm so ready for it, okay? But also, I don't want to be wishing time away. It really is that constant back and forth, and I wonder if it's this classic British thing where we are just never happy. We're not happy if it rains, we're not happy if it's sunny, we're not happy whatever season it is. We always got to have something to complain about it, don't we? But anyway, I don't want this podcast episode to be me like complaining at you, because that's not me, that's not who I am, that's not what I'm about to deliver, okay? I just want this episode to be that loved little pause where we all got to have this lie down and this moment of reflection, this moment of nothingness, okay? Like I was saying, like, I don't really have that concrete plan right now, and that's okay. Let's just be in that messy middle. Let's just be in the pause. Let's just exist. Nothing needs to be figured out right now. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be achieved. Nothing dramatic needs to happen right now. I'm just having a lovely little lie down on my bed. I'm going to teach some amazing yoga in a couple of hours. And that's enough for today. That will be me done for today. I think in taking the pressure off myself in not having this concrete plan is that I don't need to know everything yet. I don't need to have everything figured out. I don't even need to know where it is that I'm heading, you know? I just need to know this moment right now is enough. That's cool. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Because ultimately I trust that I will figure things out. I will find a way through. Maybe the breakdown leads to the breakthrough. And I'm not saying that we've had any breakdowns over here. We've just had a few mini crash outs here and there. It's been a busy time, all right? But maybe that is what's at play here, you know? The breakdown leading to breakthrough. And again, I don't want that to seem as some further toxic positivity. It's just shining a little bit of light on what potentially feels like a muddled, heavy time of my life, you know? And I really didn't expect my summer to be this way. For me, I think my summer started way back in May. So I've had all the silliness, I've had all the joy, I've had all the fun, and I've had every single weekend nearly full to the brim of social events and opportunities with the Silly Girl Summer. And it got to this weekend just gone where I was like, you know what? I'm going to do sweet fuck all. And I ended up having such a good weekend. And I think that's why I'm actually kind of ill right now. I'm not going to say kind of ill. I am ill. But I'm just trying to ignore the fact that I'm ill. But yeah, I think that's why I'm under the weather now, because I took the time off. I took time off social media. I didn't do any socialising. What's quite funny is I was meant to see a friend in London on Saturday, and she was going to travel down to London in the morning, and I was like, right, yeah, I'll travel down at some point in the afternoon, evening, and we'll grab drinks, we'll go for dinner, something like that. And we're talking a little bit in the morning, and then she goes off and has a lovely mooch around London, and I slowly do little bits and bobs around the flat and everything. And it's kind of like we mutually ghosted each other. We mutually never made a plan. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to go into London, but I didn't necessarily say that to her. And I think she was also quite happy enjoying her solo time in London. So it was quite funny how we're both like, you know what? Let's just do our own thing. And again, like maybe not having a plan is a good thing. You know, letting things fall into place is a good thing. Trusting each moment is a good thing. We can try and preempt things. We can try and project things and manifest things. We can hope for all these different things to fall into place. But maybe just take the foot off the gas and say to yourself, yeah, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could do this. Or maybe I do none of it at all. That was literally my weekend. And to be honest, it was just so delightful. I don't think I got dressed the entire time. I think I spent the entire time in my pants. It was great. Highly recommend. And then Sunday rolls around. I teach yoga that morning. Glorious. And then I had a hot hunk pick me up and then we went out on a date. Fantastic. I think that might be the first time I've mentioned hot hunk on the pod. I I am sensing some curiosity because I have posted it a few times that there is a hot hunk on the scene. But other than that, I've given no further detail. And you know what? I'm still not going to give any further detail. I'm going to wait until the time is right, you know? And who knows when that'll be. Maybe it'll be never. Actually, no, it won't be never. But I guess what I will say, actually, on this, I know summer has been a lot for me. And there's been many moments of chaos, all right? And there's been many, many things that have gone wrong. But hot hunk might be one thing that's gone right. Okay, right, I'm not going to say any more because I'm going to jinx it. This is always what happens. I start talking about it a little bit more and then it all goes wrong, it all goes tits up. So that's all I'm going to say. So I guess, honeys, what this messy episode is trying to say here, I feel like actually the fact that this episode is gloriously messy does accurately reflect life at the moment. Things are gloriously messy in the best way. And what I want to say here is just stop trying to desperately keep up with everything. You know, find those pockets of rest. If you're not able to take a full break just yet, find those pockets of rest. Lean into it as best as you can. And don't worry about the plan. Yeah, worry less about needing to have everything completely, utterly mapped out. Things will fall into place. And maybe they'll fall into place in a way that you couldn't have possibly imagined or expected. Allow for just a little bit of spontaneity and trust your gut. You know, when I woke up Saturday morning and I didn't know what I was going to do for my day, I was like, yeah, maybe I could meet my friend in London. Yeah, maybe I could go paddleboarding. Yeah, maybe I could go skating. Maybe I could read my book. Maybe I could do all these things that I know that I enjoy, that I know would make me feel good. Or I just do nothing. And actually, as I allowed myself that little bit of time to do nothing, it slowly landed in my body what I actually wanted to do. And what I ended up doing was going to Verve for the final time, picking up the equipment that I've just purchased and moving it into my car and got it ready, put it into the new space the next day. And that felt particularly grounding for me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. The ice cream man's here again. I actually can't imagine anything worse than ice cream right now. But anyway, you see how in not having a plan allowed the plan to reveal itself to me in its own time. You know? So yeah, that's where we're at, huns. We're not trying to desperately keep up. We're not trying to plan everything down to the precise, minute detail. We're letting things unfold and we're taking these pockets of rest when needed, when necessary, when feels right. And we're just riding out the rest of summer. These final few weeks, and then September will come around, routines will fall back into place, And then that's when I'm hopefully gonna fuck off for a little bit. And again, do sweet, sweet fuck all. I'm excited. Anyway, honeys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. I might even have another little nap whilst I'm here on my bed. Why not? Treat myself. No, I can't. I actually have things to do. Anyway, have a gorgeous Wellness Wednesday. Enjoy yourself, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're about to have a nap too, whatever it is you're doing. Have a lovely time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye, stunners. Mwah! Alright, stunners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. I hope it has left you feeling suitably inspired. And as always, please don't forget to rate and review, like and subscribe, all those lovely things, as not only does this help the podcast grow, but it also helps us to reach more beautiful souls who need to hear these conversations. And of course, come hang out with me over on Instagram and TikTok at LaurenAmyYD, and follow the pod at butterflyeffect.pod. You can also dive deeper into yoga, meditations, poetry, and so much more with me over on Patreon. Until next time, keep living a soft life loudly because you know you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah!